Hi, this is a City Blend's quick overview of the blender dispenser unit operation and installation. This is the blender dispenser unit, or BD-8 as we refer to it. BD meaning blender dispenser, 8 meaning the number of lines it has to dispense from. An overview of the front is you have your control panel, you have your blender door with motor, and up here you have your dispenser heads. This is the heart of the City Blend system. You choose the number that you want to make, press the number corresponding to that, and go, and the machine will dispense puree in a predetermined amount and blend it automatically. So the first step is to remove the back panel, so unscrew the screws and remove that, which will expose all the connectors. The connectors are numbered, such as 4, 8, 3, 7. Those numbers correspond to the connectors on the bag. Next, when you're ready to connect your puree bag lines, let's say number 3, take your hose, and you may want to mark 3 on one end to identify it once it's down through the counter. Once you do that, you have your hose clamp or clamp provided. Insert over the nipple on number 3. Take your hood clamp up to the little lip and tighten that down until it's snug. On the other end, you'll have your QCD. Your QCD will come with the QCD, the Quick Connect dispenser, and a cap. The cap should be inserted on one end, relatively snug, but not so hard that you can't take it off. Take your other end where you've marked number 3, again with a hose clamp. Insert over the end of that. Put the hose clamp on snugly and tighten down till it's tight. To disengage the QCD, place 2 fingers on the ends here, pull the centerpiece out. It will click once it's disengaged totally. That will be flush, which will indicate it's ready to be put onto the bag. Once it's inserted in the bag, you would compress this centerpiece down all the way into the bag, which would engage the bag. The bags are self-sealing, so the blue interior, once you remove the cap, doesn't have to come out. It automatically engages once the QCD is attached. Here on the back of the machine, you have a water line. It's important to have your water ready to go to be hooked up to the machine. This is a 3/8 compression fitting that would fit up in here. And of course, make sure you clamp that down tightly. You don't want any water to leak. The anatomy of your blender starts from the back. You have your on-off switch. The machine can remain on essentially indefinitely. If it's turned off, it won't lose its memory or any of the information that's been stored. Of course, power cord. This white button is a reset button. If the machine ever says overload on the front, push stop to clear the overload and then check the back. This may be extended. Push this back in, which will reset the machine. Right here you have a fuse. Typically, I've never seen these have to be replaced, but just know that here's where the fuse is. So we have on-off switch, reset button, and fuse. This is your control panel, or the brains of the unit. You have a small button, which we don't use. You have a medium button, which would be your 16 ounce, and a large button for your 24 ounce. You have a water button, which at any time you can press during a blend or otherwise to dispense water. A juice button to dispense extra juice, and a blend button, so if you were to hold the blend button down, it would blend a little bit extra. Stop and go. Basically, stop is like escape in a computer, go is like enter. So you would choose your drink size, press go, and the machine would do the rest. Stop would clear any of that information out. This is your door. This door can be removed for cleaning. Then once you've cleaned it, just replace it back on. Down here you have your blender base and your motor. It's important that if this area gets wet that you wipe that out quickly. You'd never want to let any liquids sit on the base because it could leak into the motor. Up in the base of the unit we have the dispenser nozzles. It's very important that on a regular basis you inspect those and keep those clean. If you didn't, you run the potential of puree building up on that, and that would inhibit the ability for the machine to dispense puree in an accurate amount.